Japan. Look at all these young, attractive Tokyo millennials. But what's wrong with this picture? Yeah, that's right. They're not f***ing. 1 in 4 Japanese people under 40 are virgins. The birth rate here is plunging and the population is aging. Adult diapers regularly outsell baby ones. But why do we care? Well, this sort of thing can doom a country's economy, and the financial ripple effects could be felt around the world. So young people need to start reproducing big time. That's where I come in. I'm in Tokyo, and I've gathered 4 single Japanese millennials to find out why they're not f***ing. I immediately got my first clue why so many Japanese have trouble holstering the old samurai sword. Where are we right now? What is this?
It's my dreamy Shibuya, full of joy and happiness world. Dream world.
It's Dream World.
Yes.
We're in what's called a maid cafe. It's a popular type of restaurant where the waitresses dress as maids, put on a show, and call the guest master. And you'll be relieved to know Doris here is one of the cafe's maids. Is it sexual?
No, nothing about sexual.
No sexual.
Just pure. Think pure.
What services do you offer?
We do the magic spell with our master and princess, and we will have live performance.
Maid cafes are part of an even bigger industry of weirdly anti-sexual businesses. For example, men can go to a place and pay just to cuddle with a girl, or have one clean your ears. Maid outfit entirely coincidental. And of course, Japan is the place with the love dolls. Does that explain why no one's hiding the Pikachu over here? I need to get to the bottom of men's issues with women. A lot of men in Japan have given up on dating and they've turned to things like this service. Is that a real problem here? Or?
Part of the reason is, I think more and more Japanese women start working more. In that sense, they have a power. Maybe some men feel scared.
Do women scare you?
Some of them, yeah.
Do you find women scary?
Yes. やはり性別が違うので、女性は何を考えているかちょっとまだわからないです。
Isn't that wonderful to discover what someone's thinking?
ありがとう。
So as women become more empowered, men need to update their vision of an ideal mate. And I wonder if these guys get what a serious problem this is. All over the world, ageing populations could make healthcare costs skyrocket and bankrupt social welfare programs. But what do the women here think about men? Describe Japanese men for me.
Japanese men, they don't really say what's on their mind, but I have to kind of assume and understand how they are.
Describe Japanese men for me.
Maybe I can describe my masters.
How could Japanese men improve their approach to Japanese women?
Maybe Japanese women approach to Japanese men.
No, you have to approach them.
But you don't have to date, right?
You do have to date. In 2018, how many dates did you go on?
Sometimes I don't know if I'm on date or not because
How many dates did you go on in 2018?
One time.
One time?
One time.
Do you want a girlfriend?
Yes.
I would date you in a heartbeat. You're quirky, the thing, you got to put yourself out there, young man.
なんかね、自分だったらね、デートするよって可愛い格好してるし。
Describe your ideal man.
He doesn't have to be rich or anything. He has hair, bad eyes.
You like him to have hair and bad vision?
Yeah, I like people with bad visions.
So you want a guy with great hair, who's not rich, who has bad vision. Who is in front of you all the time. He's got it all! He can hardly see you. How many dates did you go on in the last year? 0.
No, it's a heart.
Oh, you went on a heart. You're adorable. With men scared to make the first move, some Japanese women turn to professional matchmakers when they want someone to say hello to their kitty. So I met up with Saki Yashimoto, who runs a marriage agency in Tokyo. The greatest power on earth is the want to f***. Why are people not pairing off?
They are shy.
But then, a major break in my investigation.
Young people are not willing to get car driving licenses.
They don't want to drive cars.
They use car instead of hotels.
For sex?
Yeah, but nowadays they don't have any car to drive.
So if you don't have a car, how are you going to f***?
They're very far from sex.
Sounds crazy, but is he right? In Japan, if you want to legally drive somewhere to in a car, it's 10 hours of class to get a learner's permit. Then 16 more hours of class, a written driver's test, a 19-hour driving test, an aptitude test, 3 hours of CPR training, and then a month and a half later, you may get your license. I'd give up in the first hour and just have a wank. Yashimoto may have cracked this thing wide open. It used to be that you got your car, drove to Lover's Point, you fingered someone.
Yeah.
There's no cars to in.
And you guys say so?
Yeah, that's what's happened.
Oh.
Wow. It all makes a surprising amount of sense. Problem is, all this talk is getting me horny, and I don't have a car here either. So my only option is to partake in the cold shower of lunches that only the Japanese maid cafe can provide. All right.
Oh, please wait.
Oh.
I am going to use my magic power to make your love dreaming flow become more delicious. Oishii, oishii, moe, moe, kimu.
It's like two teddy bears in a blanket.
Meow, meow, meow.
Meow meow. Who needs to date anyone? This is fantastic. So what I come here to do is, I come here to eat two teddy bears in a blanket and have an ice cream float as women call me masters. This is completely normal. So my plan worked. Sex is now the farthest thing from my mind. And maybe that's the problem. Sex and reproduction have a lot to compete with. And Japan's problem could soon become America's problem. The US birth rate is the lowest it's been in 30 years. Some blame money concerns. Kids aren't cheap. Others say social media keeps us from hanging out in real life. But if we don't want to go down the same path as Japan, Americans need to pull out their credit cards, put down their phones, and get f***ing. Unless, of course, you heart the alternative.